Hello students, in the previous class we have seen about the gas laws, that is Boyle's law, Charles law, Avogadro's law, Graham's law, not Graham's law, Gay-Lussac law. So today let us discuss about ideal gas equation. So what is ideal gas equation? The three laws which will obey the, means which will give single equation, we call it as ideal gas equation. So what we can say? The three laws can be combined in a single equation, we call it as it's called ideal gas equation. So coming to here, we can take Boyle's law, Charles law, and also Avogadro's law. So coming to here, at a constant temperature and number of moles. So what is Boyle's law? According to Boyle's law, what we can say here? According to Boyle's law, let us derive ideal gas equation. So coming to here, let us take first of all Boyle's law. So according to Boyle's law, P is inversely proportional to volume. So V is inversely proportional to pressure, or P is inversely proportional to volume at constant temperature. This one we call it as what? Boyle's law. So next one, what we can say? Charles law. According to Charles law, so according to Charles law, we are going to get here V is volume is directly proportional to T at constant pressure. This one we call it as Charles law. So according to Avogadro's law, what we can say? Number of moles is equals to the volume of all gases. We call it as Avogadro's law. So means what we can say? V is directly proportional to N at constant pressure and temperature. This one we call it as Avogadro's law. So when you combine these three, so if you have been seen, V is common to everything. So we can say V is directly proportional to NT by P. Okay. So this is what here, V is directly proportional to N, V is directly proportional to T, V is inversely proportional to 1 by T. So by combining these three laws, we are going that V is directly proportional to NT by P. So now V is equals to RNT by P. So where R is gas constant, we can say. So V is nothing but volume. R is nothing but what here? Gas constant. N is nothing but number of moles. T is absolute temperature. P is pressure. Okay, so this is nothing but the gas law. So now what we can say? According to ideal gas equation, where R is proportionality constant, on rearranging this equation. So when you rearrange, so this one will go this side, means we are going to get PV is equals to nRT. So P will go that side, means. So then what we can write here? If we want R, means, so R is nothing but PV by NT. So by this what we can say? R is nothing but gas constant. It is same for all gases. We can take here. This is also called as universal gas constant. So by this what we can say? This one we call it as this equation. So this one we call it as what here? Ideal gas equation. P is equals to nRT. So this is the equation for ideal gas equation. So when we combine three laws, which is giving a single equation, we call it as what here? Ideal gas equation. PV is equals to nRT is the ideal gas. If you keep 1 mole in the place of N is equals to 1, then we are going to get PV is equals to RT for 1 mole of your gas. Okay, so here let us take gram molecular weight by molecular weight. So means what we can take, PV is equals to M by M. Number of moles formula means what here? Number of moles formula is here weight by gram molecular weight into RT also we can take. So this equation also we can take, this equation also we can take. So here N is number of moles where small equals to weight of the gas, and here capital M is equals to gram molecular weight. So this is nothing but what? Ideal gas equation. Now coming to when you take in density also. So density is nothing but what here? So here density when we take here. So here density, if you take P, according to density, P is equals to dRT by M. Okay. So where D is equals to what here? MP by RT. Okay. So when you take D1 by D2, here P1 by P2 into T2 by T1. Okay, so where D means what here? Density of gas. Sorry for the disturbance. So here where D equals to density of the gas. If you are calculating in density, we are getting this one. In the place of N, we are taking what here? Density. Okay. So here we can get D1. If you taking different types of moles, that is D1 by D2 is equals to P1 by P2 into T2 by T1. Why? Because this is a constant, this is a constant. That's why we are taking P and T temperature. Okay. So in the same way we can take here R. If you have been taken R, here we can take HDZ V by NT, where pressure is nothing but HDZ. So Planck's constant, D is density and G is gravity. So what we can say here, D is nothing but what? Density of mercury. G is nothing but gravity. H is nothing but what here? Height of mercury. Okay, so for a given mass of gas, Nr is constant suppose, then PV by T will be also constant. Okay, so what we can say here, for a given mass of gas, here for given mass of gas, what we can take here, for a given mass of gas, here Nr is constant. So what we can say, PV by T is equals to constant. So here P1 V1 by T1 is equals to P2 V2 by T2. So this one we call it as equation of state. So by this what we can write here, we can write it as D1 T1 by P1 is equals to D2 T2 by P2. Okay, so means what here? Density means what? Mass per volume. Okay, so mass per volume we call it as density. So we in the place of volume what I am taking? D1. Why? Because V is directly proportional to T also. According to Gay-Lussac law we can write this one also. So this is nothing but for a given mass of gas, where Nr is constant, if you are taking, this is, we call it as equation of the state. So if you want to calculate R, so R we have got already PV by NT. Okay, so where R, if you have been taken here, it is independent of nature of the gas and also weight of the gas, depends upon units of expression we can take here, where R is equals to 22.4 by 273 liter atmosphere per Kelvin per mole, and also 0.0821 liter atmosphere per Kelvin per mole, and also 82.1 per mole atmosphere per Kelvin per mole. So these all are R values only we are taking. Okay, and also we can take 8.314 joule per Kelvin, or we can write 8.314 kilopascal liter kilo inverse mole inverse. Okay, in calories how we can calculate? 1.987 calories K per mole, temperature Kelvin. Coming to here 0.002 Kelvin kilocalories per mole. So these all are what here? These all are R value only we are taking. And also at 9 centimeters we can ergs. Coming to ergs, we are getting 8.314 into 10 power 7 x per K per mole. So here for single molecule of the gas constant for single molecule of the gas, we call it as the gas constant for a single molecule of the gas, we call it as what here? Boltzmann constant, which is denoted by K. Means for single molecule if you are taking, that one we call it as gas constant. Okay, so this is nothing but what here? This is nothing but Boltzmann constant. Here K is nothing but what? Means R by N, where N is equals to Avogadro's number, R is gas constant. So we are getting here value 1.38 into 10 power minus 16 erg per Kelvin per molecule. So means what? R gas constant. If you calculate this value divided by N value, as we have seen in the previous class, 6.0022 into 10 power. So if you substitute this one, we are going to get 1.38 into 10 power minus 16. And also if you are taking 1.38 into 10 power minus 23 joule per Kelvin per molecule, this one we call it as also Boltzmann constant in joules in ergs. So by this what we can say here? An ideal gas which obey gas laws or ideal gas equation under all conditions of temperature and pressure, we call it as ideal gas, a perfect gas. What we can say by this? An ideal gas a gas which obeys gas laws or ideal gas equation under all conditions of temperature and pressure. We call it as what here? Is known as ideal gas or perfect gas, we can say. No gas is perfectly ideal in nature, we can say. Why? Because every gas have deviations from ideal nature. So all the known gases are real gases. So what we can say, which will search deviations. Okay, so every gas deviates more or less from ideal nature. That one we call it as what here? So all the known gases we call it as real gases. Real gases deviate from what here? Ideal behavior at high pressure and temperature. What are real gases we can say? We can say no gas is perfectly ideal in nature. It will not show all gases as ideal behavior. So by this what we can say? Ideal gas in nature. So every gas deviates more or less from ideal nature. So by this what we can say? So all the known gases are real gases. Okay, So by this what we can say, real gases behave like ideal gas at low pressure and high temperature, and also high pressure and low temperature. So by this what we can say, real gas behave like ideal gas at lower high pressures and lower high temperature. Okay, so by this what we can say, real gases will liquefy at high pressure and low temperature. These are due to what we can say here, intermolecular attractions we can say. Okay, what we can say here, real gases can be liquefied we can say here liquefied easily at high pressure low temperature. These gases can easily liquefied. Why? Because at low pressure and high temperature, high pressure and low temperature, what happens means these are easily liquefied. Why it is liquefying? These are due to intermolecular forces we can say. Intermolecular attractions. Okay, so means for ideal gas what we can say, PV by RT is equals to Z, where Z is compressibility factor we can say. So what we can say here for ideal gases, PV by RT is equals to Z. So where Z is equals to what we can say, compressibility factor. Okay, so if Z is equals to 1, this is ideal gases. For real gases, Z is less than 1 or greater than 1. For ideal gases what we can say, Z is equals to 1. For real gases greater than 1 or Z is less than 1. So this is nothing but ideal gas equation. In the next class we can speak about Graham's law and Dalton's law. Thank you.